Good morning, witches. I am really hoping that the recording picked up that little peekaboo moment that we had just now. If you don't know what I'm talking about, that's a shame. That is a shame because it was pretty golden. Anyway, it is Sunday. Not only is it so Ocean just let me know that it totally did, and I am so excited about that. Anyway, this is a live divination ceremony, and we're asking the question, where does our attention need to be today in order to bring the most expansion in our relationship with our life and our practice? It is specially curated for witches with raging ADHD and a touch of the tism. And so adjust your expectations accordingly. It's already been a wild ride this morning. Morgana came back. Morgana's the co-steward of Weirdbrook. And we've been like working for the last 6 months, like intensively working together for the last like 6 months. And this is the first like time we have like been apart in that 6 months. And this is a massive homestead. And there's a lot going on. And homesteads are organized in systems. There are different systems that need care and attention. And Morgana has the systems that they take care of, and I have the systems that I take care of. And when one of us is either down or out, the other kind of comes in and takes over those systems. So it's been a lot taking care of all the systems. And I'm so grateful that Silver has been here to help me do that, because it's a lot. So welcome back, Morgana. He's back just in time to do the ritual rave today, right? The ritual rave is one of my favorite things, that offerings that we have for our communities, the community that we serve. We launched an app a few years ago that is we call it the Courtyard. It's a free and public space where neurodivergent witches can come together, have conversations, set up systems of mutual aid, and do ritual together. And one of those rituals is the ritual rave. And what we're doing is we get together and we dance to raise energy for our collective manifestations for the month. The playlist is specially like curated for a specific like vibe, for that seasonal vibe. This month is manifestation. It is manifestation through like being fertile. What is attracting abundance, right? Being attractive. And so the playlist is curated for that. It's also choreographed. So if you think about like witchy Zumba, that's what's going on. You don't have to follow the choreography, but it is so freaking awesome to look up on the screen and see all the witches just getting down in their kitchens or wherever it is that they're able to like get to. You don't have to be on camera, of course, but it's pretty freaking cool. And so that's what's going on today in a couple hours. If you're like, oh my God, that sounds amazing, you would be right, because it is. But if you want to join us, you need to go and get into the app space that we have, community.brightanddark.org. And there's an events tab. You just click on the events tab and you can RSVP to any of the events that you want to participate in. And this app was created by witches with raging ADHD. And so there is neurodivergent friendly notifications to remind you of the shit you want to be involved in, right? Okay. So that's what's happening today. Very exciting times here. So let's get into it. Let's see where our attention needs to be in order to bring the most expansion in our relationship with our life and our practice. I am well caffeinated, and I think this is going to be great. We'll see. I'm going to start by taking 3 deep breaths, and then I'm going to do what I do to get my system prepared for divination. You do what you do, and then we will meet in the middle. All right? I humbly invite all that is fire within this system to witness this working. And if alignment is found, may you choose to bless this flow. I humbly invite all that is air within this system to witness this working. And if alignment is found, may you choose to bless this flow. I humbly invite all that is earth within this system to witness this working. And if alignment is found, may you choose to bless this flow. I humbly invite all that is water within this system to witness this working. And if alignment is found, may you choose to bless this flow. I beckon to this system. May we now align as one. For my cousins are the elements. and so the moon and sun. I call to those who love me. You are welcome in this space, for our nature is united, sharing magic, life, and grace. And a declaration of intention. I choose now, in this moment, to align with my whole self. To pull the book that tells my story from its place upon the shelf. I enter now this circle made of trust and hope and power, and I show up for my practice in this place and at this hour, because I am home. Okay. So I'm going to be pulling some tarot cards. Okay. So there's this thing I do before doing divination. Let me back up a little bit. Intentionally creating opportunities for validation when it comes to your relationship with your intuition is some like next level shit when it comes to repairing that relationship. Okay. For example, before you do divination, sit for a moment, center yourself, right? Calm your nervous system, get your everything present, and just guess. Like, what if you could feel into the answer, just feel into the answer. What's the first thing that comes to mind when you do this? Right? And write it down, set it aside, and then do your divination. It's additional data points, guys, right? Hello. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. Wow, thank you. So far, my only child that has wished me happy Mother's Day is my son-in-law. Thank you, Justin. You're my favorite. Apparently, you're my favorite this year. Justin won, guys. have three. I have three children, not including their partners, of course. Though I do include their partners. All of my children have launched. I don't have any kids at home. They're all grown, doing their own thing, living their lives. Which is dumb, but whatever. All right, so question again, where does our attention need to be today in order to bring the most expansion in our relationship with our lives and our practice? The Ten of Swords reversed. So this is the card we drew. Come on, work with me. Well, apparently my camera noped sharing that. All right. So the Ten of Swords reversed. I'm going to read the prompt that's written on the card, and I am not going to influence your initial interpretation of what this card means to you, okay? We're going to sit here awkwardly after I'm done reading. I'm going to stare at you while you like get your shit together and figure out what that means to you, and then I'm going to influence you with my interpretation, okay? It is about to get pokey. All right. An inevitable change is ahead, and you may not be prepared for it. Know that the choice will be difficult, but you'll be much better because of it. Maybe you've been dwelling on a past that has been very painful for you. Take the reverse positioning of this card as a welcome sign that those negative feelings will be soon lifted. And now, the upright is, you've endured something painful and have multiple wounds as a result. It's going to take some time to heal. We can't change the past, but we can certainly play a role in our future. The Ten of Swords marks the end of your ordeal. Things can only go up from here. Put the past behind you and start moving forward because the light is ahead. So think about it. What does this mean to you? I'm going to do the same. You guys done yet? Okay. One of these days, I'm not going to be able to be like, that choice that we're supposed to be making. I know I start most of the readings off like my interpretation of that because these cards, this reading doesn't exist in a vacuum. It is connected to all of the readings that we've been doing this whole year. And as soon as we got a taste of this new sun in December and into January, we've been told on repeat that there is a choice. We're going to have to make a choice. There's going to be this significant choice that we're going to need to make. And this choice is going to determine some really big things for our life. That's pivotal. Okay. As the year has gone on, we've gotten a little more clarity about what do they mean when they say this choice. Okay, right? And we've been talking about how this choice, the road for you, the decision that is the to discern the path that is in your best interest or aligned with what you actually want for your life, it's going to feel exciting or a little scary because it's going to be outside of your comfort zone. Okay. And so this pressure has been building and building, building. You got to start thinking about this decision. Well, the time is now because we're it's time to plant the seeds. We gotta like shit or get off the pot at this point. Right. So this card is like some of us have made that decision and it's going to take some time to heal because it was a big life change. It was a big thing. Some of us are still in resistance to making that change, but it's inevitable, right? Like you can be in denial of it for a while, but the longer you're in denial of the need to actually make this change, the more painful it's going to be, the more expensive it's going to be. You see? So today, in looking at uh, your relationship with not just there's there's this like flavor of acceptance in this. What is your relationship with accepting that, yeah, that either was painful or is probably going to be painful, but it is for the best. It is for the best, right? It is for your best. It's in your best interest. And in the long run, it's all going to make sense. But it's okay to admit that this was really fucking hard. This was hard. Okay. Admitting that it's hard or that you're having a hard time with this doesn't mean that you are failing and doesn't mean that you are less powerful. It means that you are a fucking human and this shit is hard. That's what it means. Okay. If you need support, there is support available, but you have to be brave enough to advocate for your practice. We created the app so that we can connect to you so that you can have the support that you need to make these very difficult decisions, right? Not to have people telling you what to do with your life, but to have people that know how to listen and hold you while you are experiencing this difficult stuff. It's hard. It's hard, but it's necessary. It's hard, but it's our birthright to do this work. As black sheep cycle breakers, it is our birthright to break the mold forever. And it's hard. It's hard work. It is. I giggle about it, but what else are we going to do, right? We can find joy in this. There are others. We're not alone in it. Thank God. Can you imagine? Can you imagine if you were actually alone in this? Okay, so I'm going to turn over the next card. The next card represents what we're in resistance to or in denial of that's blocking our shit. How are we getting in our own way with this? With accepting that that was difficult, that was hard, allowing ourselves some time to recover and take a beat to kind of get a feel for this new reality. Why are we not doing that? The Ace of Swords. Pokey pokey. I'm going to read this. You may have a new idea or breakthrough, but you're shielding it from the world. Perhaps you're not sure about how to fully bring it to fruition, or maybe you're afraid to show it to the world out of fear of rejection. The reverse positioning of this card is telling you to reflect on what you want in life or on a particular goal or project. Invest the time into seeking the truth from within. And the upright position is the upright positioning of this card is a clear sign of encouragement. You're open to embracing new ideas, so jump freely at the next opportunity with open arms. Keep company with those that offer you inspiration and channel your energy into something that makes your heart happy. Interesting. Okay. I know, right? So this is me weighing whether to take you on a side quest or not because I find it really interesting that we keep pulling swords. So we're doing a lot of like filming projects while Silver's here, so that we can provide more interesting content, right, on our social media platforms. Anyway, so we're planning on getting a bunch of B-roll footage. If you know, you know, it's just like filler stuff, fun stuff. And one of the days that we're going to be shooting, we're going to get all dressed up and we're going to do some filming in the woods, right? Which is doing weird shit in the woods. And so I sent a message to Morgana yesterday. I was like, hey, on Monday, do you want to get all dressed up and run around the woods with swords? And I love that I actually have a life, that I am genuinely asking those I care about, hey, do you want to do this thing with me? Do you want to go run around in the woods with swords for work? But yeah, one of the reasons that I brought this up is when you have a dream, like a big vision, a crazy idea that you know is wild, but you just can't let it go. You know that, and this is like you have a vision of uh, one day being on Oprah, right? Or something like that. Aging myself here. That, Oprah, you're going to be on Oprah someday, right? You know it in your bones, you feel it. It doesn't make any sense at all. But there it is nonetheless. Now, when you share this vision, this dream you have with those that are close to you, how is that met? How is that received? Okay. The best thing that you can do for yourself as a dreamer is to surround yourself with people that are excited for you, that are able to look past their own biases and let you be a dreamer, let you do weird shit that doesn't make sense, encourage you, right? Sure, I'll dress up and run through the woods with swords with you to help you in this project that you're doing, right? Holding this dream close, like keeping it a secret out of fear of judgment, if that's the environment then you're in, you don't have to stay like that. You can have community and support. You might have to be changing, you might have to look at uh, some of your community wounds at that point. If you've never had that kind of support, you got woundings. You've been wounded by that. And so you may have to look at some of that, but it is possible to be around people that support your crazy dreams. That is not the only reality that you have access to. Okay? I know you've been made to believe that, but that's not that's not actually real. Okay? And the way that this reading is unfolding, it kind of feels like the wound that you are healing from, this recovery, this big choice that you've had to make is about your social wounding and your support. How are you supported? Encouraged. Do you get the encouragement that you need? Do you have like a support? This is like poking right and this couldn't be poking, of course, they're both swords, but this is very much like you're in denial of the fact that you need support to bring this about. And the fact that you need support to bring this about does not mean you have failed. It means you've been, and you believing that means you have been indoctrinated into a system that is that it has you in this like individualism shit. Um, we are interdependent, and that's okay. Not codependent, interdependent. There's a difference. And you believing that you are even capable of doing all of this on your own is a Disney fairy tale. It doesn't mean that you are broken, though. It doesn't mean you're broken. It means your system is working. That means that all you got to do is tend to your wounds so that you can be supported, and then the thing is done. So, what Michelle said in the comments there, not having encouragement or support system in any way. This is why we created the app space. This is why we created the courtyard. This is why our free and public offerings, why we do this. We have this. We know that this is a problem for a lot of neurodivergent witches, is that they're like the big fish in a small pond. They're like the only ones in their world that are the strange and, exceptional in one way or another person, right? That is kind of like feeling like they're alone. They're the only ones. You're not the only one. There's one of us in every group, and now all of us are connecting and forming a group of our own so that we can be around other people that have a shared lived experience. When you engage with other people that can see dead people or can feel the electricity in the walls, or the possibilities are endless because we are infinite in that. So you don't have to be alone. You can engage. You can have this space. And again, this space was created by neurodivergent magical practitioners, and half of us are medical professionals. So it's like the whole way that this courtyard is set up is very mindful of the fact that most of the people coming in have not done deconstruction or decolonization work. And that work is vital to being able to navigate communal spaces or community spaces, or even allowing yourself to be supported. So it is best to assume that you are entering into a completely different culture than what you are accustomed to, because that's the way that it is in this space that we created. So, but you have to advocate for your practice, because this is a matriarchal setup. People aren't going to come chasing you down, begging you to tell them how to help you. You have to say what you need. Oh, you're starting Foundations in June? Oh, I'm so proud of you. Foundations is a tough path, but it will completely change your entire world. And the more you engage, the more you're going to get out of it. Okay. That's our reading for the day, guys. All right. If you're like, I don't know what to do, or if you're like, what was this you were talking about, a ritual rave? Come into the app space. Come and dance with us. It'll be super fun. It is super fun every time, all the time. Okay. Let's close out this working. And for those of you coming to the rave, I'll see you then. And don't forget your water and comfortable clothes that you can move in. All right, put your hand on your heart and take a deep breath. This working is now closing, but the magic has just begun. We humbly thank the elements and both the moon and sun. To all who chose to bless this flow, I now sincerely thank you. May our practice be expansive and our course be clear and true. All right, witches. Remember, if you can't be good at it. I'll see you later.